The second liberation of Africa is a powerful movement reshaping the continent's future. It's about more than just breaking free from colonial rule. It's a fight against neo-colonialism, Western influence, and economic control that still lingers long after independence. Many African nations argue that even though political independence was achieved decades ago, economic and political sovereignty remains elusive. Western nations, through international organizations and conditions-based loans, continue to exert control, making it harder for African countries to truly thrive. And there's the issue of media. Mainstream Western outlets often paint Africa with a broad, negative brush, focusing on corruption and poverty while ignoring the strides made in governance, infrastructure, and growth. This biased narrative perpetuates stereotypes and justifies continued interference. But this second liberation is about rejecting that interference. African leaders who stand up to Western influence are often targeted by campaigns labeling them corrupt or autocratic, narratives that serve as a pretext for sanctions or intervention. Countries like China and Russia have become vital partners in Africa's quest for greater independence. China's Belt and Road Initiative offers no-strings-attached investments in infrastructure, allowing African nations to develop without the harsh conditions that come with Western loans. Resource for infrastructure deals with China offer African governments flexibility, while bypassing the limitations imposed by traditional Western aid. Russia is also playing a role, providing military cooperation and security assistance, without the political pressures often tied to Western interventions. From arms sales to military training, Russia is helping African governments maintain their internal security, free from Western agendas. But these partnerships are not without risks. Critics point to concerns over debt, especially with China, and the potential for new forms of dependency, whether through loans or military reliance on Russia. Still, African nations are pushing forward, aiming to redefine their relationships with the global powers and striving for genuine autonomy in this new world order. The second liberation is not just about breaking free from the past. It's about taking control of the future on African terms.